guys, welcome back for the last time. This is our last lesson, hopefully ever, for virtual learning, but at least for the spring semester of 2020. Today we're making a relief tile, which looks something kind of like this. So I've got two examples here, and we're gonna walk through how to make one. So the first thing you wanna do, I find it easier, is to draw out what you actually want to put on your tile. This is just a piece of computer paper. I started out with pencil and then I outlined it with just a cheap magic marker, Crayola, whatever marker you have that will bleed. Okay, so I've got that cut out. Then I've got a piece of clay of similar size. And I'm going to lay this onto the clay. And kind of like printmaking here, I'm gonna rub my design and it's gonna transfer onto this clay because the clay is wet and it'll make the marker kind of bleed. Okay, so hopefully that will be enough. I do suggest using a dark color so it shows up better. All right, so it transferred over. And this one's not as dark as the blue was, but I can still see where my lines are. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna begin creating different layers. So this is kind of your base layer, but you can add things on, like this could be the stem. Okay, so the stem of my flower. So I'm gonna add that on by slipping and scoring, and you wanna make sure you don't have any air pockets below it. And my lines are very, very light, but I can see them. You probably can't in the camera. So I'm gonna score that on. Okay, and now I've got this little stem that's raised up further. So I can add on my leaves, I can add on the actual flower. Let's take a look at this one. So I added things up, like his face I made taller, but then I shaved away and made layers essentially. You wanna have at least 3 layers for your project. So to make these little details that I've carved, I use a needle tool, but you could use a toothpick, okay? Or even just a pencil or a pen. Makes nice smooth lines. Okay, using just a pen. To make these areas that are lower, if you have fancy tools, great, use them, but you could also just use a butter knife. Okay, and I like to use the flat side of it that doesn't have the texture, and I just shaved away and made these little kind of flames. This is Hades from Hercules, because I think he's funny. And I'm gonna just kind of make that stuff lower. So I've got one layer here, there's a layer there, layer there, layer there, and then this top layer, which is his face. So that's 5 different layers, plus carvings and the details. You only need to have 3 layers. So that's basically it, a relief tile. You add clay on, you carve clay away, and you create raised layers. You can make whatever picture you want for the project, doesn't matter to me. All right, that's the last lesson.